Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Kyle Bosch. We do start with breaking news for you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota is eliminating 73 jobs. 15 people will be laid off. The remaining 58 are open positions that will not be filled. President and CEO Tim Huckle says the job cuts were necessary because of the loss of the North Dakota Public Employees Retirement System contract. Huckle says the company is also implementing other cost-saving measures, including cuts to printing expenses, building costs, and consulting fees. New for you at noon, the Chamber of Commerce has put out a new study to help start the conversation on what to do to get more workers to the area. There is a growing need for more people in the valley as more businesses continue to expand. Right now, more than 6,000 jobs need to be filled in the greater FM area. One thing emphasized this morning was to educate high school and college students about the opportunities there are here and encourage them to stay. Chamber members say the study also showed the numbers could increase, the number of job openings could increase to more than 30,000 just over the next few years.
What we did was just confirm a lot of the beliefs that we had, and that is that the economy's thriving, businesses are growing, there's tremendous growth, but we don't have enough people here to fill the jobs that we have.
Businesses are now talking about ways to bring more workers here, including getting rid of bad stereotypes about the greater FM area. Well, the wind is down, the sun is out, and a live look at our tower cam shows not a cloud in the sky. But there could be some clouds on the way. Don't have to worry about that today. We'll get into all that later, though. Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn, who has a first look at our Tuesday afternoon forecast.
Yeah, after a chilly start out there with temperatures in the 40s and 50s this morning, we bottomed out at 43 in both Langdon and in the Bemidji area. We've warmed up nicely now in the 60s and 70s. We'll continue to warm up as we head through the afternoon hours. 75 right now in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Also 75 in Wadena, Fergus Falls, and Jamestown. Hanging on to some 60s up in northern Minnesota. We are dealing with just a bit of cloud cover up there, and we'll see some clouds from time to time in northern Minnesota, and that will hold temperatures down just a touch. With no clouds around, not dealing with any precipitation, expecting a dry day today. That green you see there, just a bit of interference with our radar. We will see a chance for some showers and storms as we head through the day tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Get out there and enjoy today. Some light winds out there, primarily out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour with an occasional stronger gust. Tomorrow, just a slight chance of storms, but any storms we do get could be on the strong side. We'll have more on that forecast as well as a sneak peek at the weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Robert, we will see you then. We have a Valley News Live exclusive for you at noon, a jailhouse interview with the man accused of killing 2 people in North Fargo in June. Ashley Hunter is charged with the murders of 45-year-old Clarence Flowers and 24-year-old Sam Trout. While Hunter admits to doing drugs, he says that they don't make him do things he wouldn't normally do. But authorities say otherwise, pointing to drug use as the reason for the killings. Now, hearing about the murders is still confusing for Hunter, and he claims he doesn't remember anything.
I don't even know what is going on as of yet. My attorney, he's really been helping me out, but he's scaring me more than anything, because I don't understand who they're talking about. This situation to 100%, I don't understand, you know. But as far as talking to people out there, I mean, I don't really know what I would say. I would just, you know, say they have to know me on a personal level.
To watch the entire interview, you can head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Hunter has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder and 1 count of arson. The mayor of Fargo says people with opinions about booze at Bison football games should contact their city commissioner. The commission is in the process of deciding whether it supports the idea of a public beer garden at the Fargo Dome during NDSU football. Mayor Tim Mahoney says there are some issues to be worked out, then the commission will weigh in on the idea. But Mahoney also says the final call is the Fargo Dome authorities. The North Dakota Game and Fish Department is implementing 2 new emergency rules to help prevent the spread of zebra mussels outside the Red River. Anglers can no longer transport live bait in water away from the river, and all boats and other watercraft must have their plugs pulled when they exit the river and while they leave the access area. The rules are effective immediately, and violators will be subject to a citation and fine. Now, if zebra mussels are discovered in any additional waters, the rules would immediately go into effect there as well. Recent discoveries of young zebra mussels in the Red River and adult zebra mussels at the Fargo Water Treatment Plant prompted these emergency rules. The buzz is spreading around town about the film Supermoto, part of it being shot right here in the valley. Some of the shooting going on yesterday at Bonanzaville, but the crew needs your help. 25 extras are needed for a kegger and bonfire scene that'll be shot in Kindred Thursday and Friday. You can even get paid $25. For more information on how to get involved, just head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.